I don't feel like cooking dinner tonight, so I'm cooking lunch right now, putting it in lunch boxes for my children for dinner, and my husband and I are gonna get something for dinner. My children are gonna feel like they got a little special excursion by eating out of these lunch boxes. And I thought while I'm doing this, I might as well do a side-by-side test of the Omnibox versus the off-brand one, because realistically, I don't wanna spend $40 on an Omnibox if the off-brand one does just the same thing. So we're gonna see. First thoughts on these though, the Omnibox has a handle, this one does not. The Omnibox's seal does not come already installed, you have to install it, it's on the bottom. This one, the seal is on the top and it was already installed when I got it. And there's no protective cover around the thermos. Now the thermoses are the same size, and usually when I send my son a thermos in school, it's just like a thermos brand thermos. So we're gonna test it out, all three of them, to see if it keeps the food hot, if it's easy for them to open, and if it's like suctions so that they can't turn it and they have to have a teacher help them. So we're going to start by activating our thermos. You have to activate a thermos or else your thermos won't be hot enough to keep the food warm long enough. Usually I activate my thermos in the Keurig. The problem with that is my Keurig is starting to smell like fire, electrical fire. So I unplugged it and I'm not using that anymore. I will be using my electric kettle. It boils water super fast. Many of you who are not from the United States suggested a kettle. Why don't Americans have kettles? I do have a kettle and I'm using it. I mainly use my kettle for ramen noodles, if I'm being honest. Pop the lids on. I have thoughts already, but I'm withholding judgment. Now we make mac and cheese. I forgot to mention, the reason I'm doing this test is my daughter starts preschool next year. She'll be taking a lunch. She needed lunch boxes. My son needed new lunch box. His was like peeling. So I figured we should test it and see and decide. And I could share it with you. If you're anything like me, you're wondering, is it worth the $40? Looks like a scoop and a half of mac and cheese per. For the record, it's still piping hot in there. Same amount for this one, about a scoop and a half. This one fits about 2.5 scoops. This is gonna be like their extras in case they want seconds. And now we are going to stick them in the fridge because ideally you would have an ice pack in your lunchbox, right? So if it's cold, it shouldn't still affect, the outside temperature shouldn't affect the inside. To see which thermos lunchbox reigns supreme, because we're gonna find out together. And I don't have any thoughts anymore. All of my thoughts have gone out the window because I'm an idiot.